Hello everybody, I am back and I bring you the scale 118 Chevrolet Camaro SS by Jada. So this is a model that I have done in the past, so that being said, this is a re-review. And I got a request to do it again just to show the details inside and out. Now in the budget car market, there are two different Camaros that you can get right now. You can get the Jada ones, or you could get the Maisto ones. As far as detail accuracy goes, I would definitely go with the Maisto. I chose the Jada for a few reasons, and I'll tell you why. Although I am sort of regretting the decision, so it's really up to you whether you want to pursue it. So first of all, it looks pretty good on the outside. Compared to the Maisto, it actually seems like the metalwork is slightly better throughout the car. You know, reasonably good detail. So though it seems a little bit oversized, almost like it's a scale, maybe 117 instead of a 118. But it's not overly noticeable, I guess. But it is still noticeable, especially when you put it like next to a Mustang or something. Another thing to notice, the Jada has these massive, probably 21-inch rims on it, and that's actually one of the reasons I got it. I think it looks really cool in the car, but they are pretty big and they're pretty brash. So the Maistos are smaller, actually too small, I think, for the wheels, and they don't have that chrome color, the more a silver color. On the outside here, we can see those halo headlights. Pretty good. There is a peg sitting right in the middle. It's not too big of a deal though, because that's where the bulb is anyway. And you have the turn signals there, which are actually just painted on there. Same thing with the SS badge. This is not an RS V8. And we have a mustard colored Chevrolet logo in there, so not really colored in all that well. As far as the grille goes, it doesn't go all the way through. It's just a big slab of plastic, and it's pretty noticeable. This, same thing, although they did do a good job of, they put some black on the inside to make it look like it was going all the way through into the engine, but it actually doesn't. There, not bad. Same thing, one slab of plastic in the back. It has the fake fins on the side, which are actually fake in the actual Camaro, so that's completely acceptable. Exhaust pipes, again, these are not stock, so among the things that aren't stock in this vehicle, the tinting is extra dark, the wheels are extra big, and it has a different exhaust system. And you can also see the tires are completely unrealistic. These tires are actually pulled right off of the concept version, so that's why you see it on this one. It's probably easier because they did make a concept version of the Bumblebee one, so they probably just didn't want to go through the design process again. They just threw on the same wheels. So the underbody is really kind of very disappointing. It's just a slab of plastic that they just throw, you know, like a wire there, you know, barely see the suspension components. It looks very, very toyish, as does a lot of this car. Transmission, they just kind of like plopped on there. It almost looks like it's just been glued. No engine detail whatsoever. I mean, the exhaust is chrome, okay, that's acceptable, but otherwise, dare I say, it's kind of pathetic. Everything does open in this car. The engine bay, well, they did a decent job on the engine block, but other than that, there's really absolutely nothing to see. They colored in right over the suspension, but really just not much at all. It isn't one big slab of plastic, which is good, but where's the hoses, where's the wires? I mean, that you gotta have something to connect this all together, and it's just not there. I really do think that this is a toy, and if you're looking for, you know, a proper model, I would go with the Maisto. Now on the interior, mine actually didn't come with any coloring whatsoever, and that was really disappointing. So what I did is I actually opened it up and added, you know, the silver fin on the side of the door as well as the silver on the dash here. I just used vinyl and just cut it out. You can see it's kind of a little rough on the bottom. I also put it around the speakers and on the center console and radio, and it looks a lot better now than it did before. Now, important to note, there's something wrong with this interior here, because I know that the Camaro's back seats are definitely not accessible via the door. It's not a very practical vehicle, but it's almost like the door goes back too far, or the interior is too far to the front of the car. The seats look small and unrealistic, but they do sort of have a rubber feeling to it, so I guess that's okay. No Camaro logo on the back. I colored in the vents. Now some Jada Camaros actually do come colored on the inside. This one's actually, I think, a factory defect. Absolutely minuscule trunk in there. Another one of the bow ties. It's kind of a mustard color. And we got some slightly poorly cut rear taillights. That license plate is mine. Metalwork, pretty obvious crease right there. Along here, same thing. Yep, and you know, I bought this car for about $25, which reflects its toy-like values. I mean, you move it back and forth. It has no steering, no suspension. The wheels are actually on a single axle. You can see that, and really, it's very durable. So I suppose if you were going to put it on a desk and you have kids or cats, you know, it might be a good option, because on the outside it does look pretty good. It's affordable. It's not quite accurate as far as size goes or the minor details on the interior or even the exterior. However, there aren't many Camaros that are actually tuned in this way. I think it looks good with the larger rims, you know, the larger exhaust on the outside. You're not going to find it on a Maisto that's going to be a little bit more accurate, and I think the wheels are too small there. So it's a matter of taste, what you're going to take, you know, as far as what's more important to you. The detail, the durability, or just, you know, the cool factor of having a tuned model. So that's basically, I mean, as far as recommending it, I would, just because it has a decent exterior. But other than that, I would pass. Alright, so that's all for the Camaro by Jada. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps.